Oh yes, it's that Friday feeling. Yes, welcome back to Dad's RChangar. I'm feeling good. I hope you're feeling good. The whole world's feeling good. Well, maybe not, but we'll try. Today we're going to carry on with the Spitfire. Let's get building. Welcome to Up Close and Personal. Oh yes, personal it is. Yes it is. Right, okay, so we are going to stick the horizontal stab in. Obviously I've taken the bits of the back off. Now before we do anything, where the sticker is, there is like a gap here that needs to be gone. Either we could do it with a sharpened implement, an X-Acto blade, or we could try and do it with a hot soldering iron. So I have my soldering iron, so I'm going to see if I can do it. So as before, as I do with most of these things, I try to warm it up with my finger so I can actually see what we're doing. So this should go through it, which it does like butter. It absolutely stinks. It's not the sort of smell I want to be breathing in. Maybe if you do this, you should be wearing a mask. But you get kind of like a better edge, a melted edge, rather than a cut edge. He says that's about right. I mean, yeah, I mean you can cut it. It melts it, so it's not going to go anywhere. So I suppose that's just as good as cutting, I guess. I don't know. Should we have a look to see? You know, so we've got like a vice versa. Then I can always melt it afterwards. Let's be fair and do the other side. So me and an X-Acto blade, we don't exactly get on. I'm here all week. Yeah. I'm not the best X-Acto blader, if there is such a word for that. X-Acto blade man. Dun, 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 dun. There you go. So that kind of that knife stinks. If you do that, word of caution, get some ventilated space. I have got the plane. It's kind of So yeah. So I think after that, it's still just to melt it, because obviously the horizontal stabilizer's got to be quite nice to go in, if that makes sense. Slippy to go in. Yeah, it's a lot better to heat it, I think, because also you're not going to cut the wood, the balsa, with the X-Acto blade unless you're a real decent professional, unlike me. So we do that one, and we'll do. Might as well just do this one. Oh, that's a big lot. That's pong and inks. Let's get that with the X-Acto blade, I think. Oh, careful with the end there. I don't want to punch out that. Something rather satisfying, isn't it? Cutting. There we go. I just prefer the X-Acto blade. It's less pongy. Just get that out there, and I think to seal the sides, we'll just run the edge. So I think so after all that, it's a bit of both. I think you cut it with the blade first of all, if you can do a nice one. It's a bit thin on that end there. Just a bit of I don't think I need to cut that piece, but I'll get that in there, and then that gives it kind of like a nice edge, if you know what I mean. Just go along with my, hopefully you can see, you see you can. Go along with my what's it called? A file. Thank you. Holy gosh. It's one of them days. So let's get it going anyway. So there you go, we need a nice gap. Right, now also in the horizontal there's a little line you got to cut out. So if we do that as well, let's just I think I've just cut down the edge, and then this one doesn't matter because you're not going to see this either. And get that there, and then rub it again just so I can see it. I presume, you know, I tried to hold the blade so the blade is kind of facing away, because otherwise you end up cutting into the balsa wood, which I do on many of occasions. There you go, and then we can tidy that up a bit then. Now I can see what we're doing. We can tidy that up. Something about balsa I really like. I have got a balsa model to build. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm going to leave you in suspenders. But it's a lovely plane. It's an old-fashioned plane, and it's full of stabbing. It's full of balsa. You actually build it, so it's going to be a build. So it's not a whirlbird. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to go into it too much, but it's an oldie woldy one. Here we go. So this should fit nice and snug. Oh, it makes noises. Oh, it scares me when it makes noises, because you think you're going to break stuff. And that goes in the centre there. Like so. Right, so I've actually got the vertical rudder, or vertical stabiliser. Now this little piece at the back, I do remember I just said to you, oh, there's a piece of kind of flapping about there. That needs to cut out as well. It needs to be cut out, because this is also going in here, and then that little hole that we cut out in the middle of the horizontal, vertical. That's vertical stabiliser. Yes, I keep forgetting. Anyway, so that fits in there, which is nice. It's nice and flush at the back. We just need to get this level. So I've got a bigger ruler, and I'm using millimeters, and that's about 18, and that is about 18 as well. So we're in. Let me just have a look. See, I'll tell you what. That's about right. I think that just needs slightly over there. That's 18. That's knacker. There you go, and it is at the back, straight at the back. So this is, now we need to draw a line here, and I also need to draw a line along that edge as well. If you can see that, let's just pull out a bit more. Can we pull out a bit more? Of course we can. There we go. So we need to draw a line along there, and then draw a line along there. We could do the bottom as well. Because then what we need to do, we need to take it out, and we need to cut the tape and glue it. Now it just so happens that I haven't got a pencil on me. I come prepared. Let's go and get a pencil. Alrighty, he's got a pencil, a white and black one. Interesting. So we was happy with that, wasn't we? Let me double check that's hitting on the mark, which is 18 centimeters, 180 mil. Otherwise it's going to fly sideways. I'm scared. Okay, double check. As I was saying, isn't there? Measure 3 times, cut once. That's right. So I'm going to draw a line there and draw a line here. So I'm going to cut the inside, just the inside of this black line. Otherwise, you'll see the missing cut. You know, when I cut it. And the same with this as well. You draw a black line. There's a slight gap there on the front, but that's okay. We can fill that with model light. It's like balsa glue, if you like. It's not glue, it's kind of balsa filler. There you go. So that's drawn our line. Hope you've seen what I've just done there. If you haven't, where you been? What I've done is just drew a line across there, drew a line across there, and hopefully, when we take this out, there's the line. So what we need, if you can see that, can you see that without me getting into that? Let's move around the other side now. There you go. I can see the line. Can you see the line? So what I'm going to do then, we're going to cut there. So I'm just going to cut below that mark, because this can rub off because it's in pencil. And if I pull on this side, let's start with the, let's just zoom in a bit. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to throw this about. So I'm just going to go inside that point, probably about 3mm I would have thought, and get it into camera shot would be better. So I'm just going to do a light score down there, because we don't want to cut it in half. And do this. Now I did do this with the tiger moth and I was alright, apart from, if you remember, I put it back to front, which was interesting. So I'm just going to cut across there so I can take one side off at a time. Just slide down here and there and across. Lovely. Now, how to pick it off? Hopefully, if I've scored it correctly and without stabbing the timber. And the silence is killing me. There you go. Hopefully, he says, if I just do that slowly, it will peel off, apart from that bit there, because it wants to be a pain in the arse. Get that out of me now, that I've got left. And there you go. So that's a bit sticky as well, but that's okay. But now hopefully that where I, if I can just zoom in on that, where I draw on, if I've come in a bit, so you won't see the line, because otherwise you'll see where I scored it, if that makes sense. Obviously I'm kind of stuffed on that one. What happened there? Have I been drinking? What's going on? Right, so I'm just going to do that there. And score it again. I mean, I'm sure there's tons of professionals out there. Cliff being one of them. If you're watching, you know who you are. Please don't laugh. There you go. But hey, why I'm cutting, you know, thanks guys and girls for building up the subscribers. I really do appreciate it. It's not all about getting that 1,000 and seeing if you get money and all that sort of stuff. It's just about, you know, I don't know. It's about building the family. Oh, of course, you know, if we do get money, which, I think they play adverts anyway, regardless, and you don't get any money these days. But if you do, then, you know, we can buy models and do stuff, giveaways and all sorts of fun stuff. I mean, you know, if you look on my website and other bits and pieces, you know, there's buy me a coffee. You can always buy a coffee. Goes in the coffee pot, and that coffee pot will buy stuff. But that's, if you want to show your appreciation, I don't expect it. But what I do like is if you give me a thumbs up and likes and all that sort of lovely stuff. It makes me feel good. Admittedly, I do make crap ones sometimes. Right, so that to me is pretty, is a good space. I'm not sure what happened there. It looks like I should have gone with that other line. Not too worried about it, because you've got a good surface there that's already going to stick. So I'm just going to go below that mark. I'm going to require about a few mil. It's just so you don't see it when it's sitting in the plane. You don't see it. Otherwise, you know, you're going to have to spray, and which is fun. I mean, I know you can spray. I know it's kind of sticky material or whatever it is. I don't know what it is, but some transfer sticky, plasticky stuff. You can still spray on it. Don't know if it'll hold, but yeah, don't be afraid. Be very afraid. Right, okay, so sorry if I was out of shot again. I do annoy myself because I forget to look at the monitor, the little monitor above my head on the camera to see, and normally I don't see it until I like putting the video together, and it's like, oh great. I can't do that again now, can I? So anyway, I hope everyone's great. I hope you're all enjoying yourself. If you're in the UK, you know, every day counts of the sun. And I know the US, you're either boiling and everything else. So it's a funny old time, isn't it? And there you go. So basically all you're doing is getting a surface to stick to, because you don't want to be sticking to the sticky, if that makes sense. You want glue to glue. Now this is when the whole bottle falls out. You know that, don't you? This scares me. So I think what I'll do is we'll bring the plane over like so. As I say, there we go. There we go. Oh, someone's dinging me. Let's bring the plane over. Then we shall sticky in the horizontal and bring it. It's a good thing, I tell you, when you're doing it, hold this when you're pushing it in, because this is so flimsy that it could rip out. So if I go to buy those lines that I was at, which I can still see, you can get a rubber and take them off. Now hopefully, if I measure my measuring stick, it should say 18, and people still trying to get hold of me. I don't know. And that, hang on, is 18, and that is 18, perfect. Now there is a bit at the back that you can't see, but that is that's basically it. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to turn it on a side. Oh God, here we go. Help! Now this is when it falls out the whole bottle, and the whole bottle goes over the aeroplane. Don't tempt it. So if I just go zzz, ta-da! Look at that! It didn't fall out. This is really cold as well. It's kind of freaky. And then we'll go a bit of Sino on the other side. Not Sino, Sino. There we go. A bit of a gap back there as well. It's kind of a bit weird. But hey, that's there. And that's, you know, we can do the bottom afterwards. Then we stick the vertical in, and that should slip in its hole. Lovely as it is. Perfect. Just run my nail down there. It's got a bit, just let's see if I can get something. It's just the actual plastic itself. It's probably where I didn't cut it fully off, maybe, I don't know. But you can see that, and that's just pushed out so it's nice and flat. It's all breaking stuff. Okay, and then this basically go down the edge here and zzz, like so, and then on this one in the back, zzz. Now don't ask me why I'm making noises, I don't know. Alrighty then, back in the room. Let's pull my strap out of the way, shall we, so we can see a bit more. Right, so I let the glue dry. I ended up sticking my fingers together as well, which is kind of funny. But Alan also from Western UK always has Sino wipe, and it kind of cleans your hands. It's pretty cool stuff. Alan does a lot of stuff actually. But before I want to do everything, I just want to make sure that I don't do these upside down like I did the Tiger Moth. But I just want to slip these in to make sure that they all look good. Now that's doesn't want to go in there, does she? Yeah. Oh, hang on. Hello. There you go. So that's, oh, look at that. It's looking like a spit already. I love it. Love it. I think the camera's slowly worked its way down. Now you've got 3 on here. Here, and here. Now on the back arse. Now 2 of them fit into. If I turn it to the side here, there you go. 2 fit on here, which the holes are made for, but the hole on the back is not made. Now what you got to do, first of all, I've done it already. I'm confessing to you, I did it already because I was panicking. I thought, well, I don't want to spend hours on video wasting your time. I'd rather get it done and see what I did. So if you can't really see, so you're gonna have to trust me on this. So let's just take them off. They fit okay. I haven't tried them on. On the back here, if you find the middle and start to crease, you see almost a little crease in there. Now it's not made properly. Now I've got this lovely pack. If I've got it upside down, I apologise, but I'll put it down. It's the Dubro hinge slot, and using sort of like, I don't know, the third in line, this one. And if you go into that crease at the back and push in, it looks like it's got flame coming out the back. No, it doesn't look like it's got flames going back. It makes the hole for the hinge, and you just clean it up a bit. Now I did do this a little bit, but that makes awesome work. And then hopefully, if I now stick the all in, there you go. One rudder. There you go. Alright, a bit of a different view, why not? So, if you remember, I said to you I didn't want to use the horns, or I might have cut that out, I don't know. Anyway, these are the ones that normally come with the packet. These ones here. If I can get them in shot, probably not. There we go, those ones, yeah, and they've got like a little base. This man. No, not base like that. They've got a base. Well, it's not even a base. It's like a clip, isn't it? I see. I'm so not prepared. No wonder the video takes so long. And this goes on the underside, if I can focus me, and then that clips in on the top side. Now, what I did find on the Tiger Moth is that they slipped a bit, so we're not going to use them. So I've got some. What did I get? What did I get? All stuff. I thought to myself, I'll get prepared for this, but never am. So I use the Dubro, and they are the 1-stroke or 1-stroke 2A control horns, which are there, which you can see, which are great. Now I didn't use the screws that come with it. I used these, which are, if I can get that in focus as well, which was the 12mm, because the other ones wouldn't go through. Well, they're really great. The only thing is I haven't got a screwdriver. I have to use this Diddy one. It's like a 0.5 or 1 or something, I don't know. But the button head screws look really nice. And if I show you up close and personal, and there you go, you see? Lovely. Absolutely. Now I put some, I did put some of the balsa kind of like filler. As you see, I forgot to wipe off there, as you do. So we go. So I'm a bit conscious of time now. I've got them obviously both on there and both on there. Now I'm conscious of the time, because I did put the video on. I did do some last night. I cheated. Yes, I did. I put some on last night because today was a bit of a crazy one. Well, there you go. I'm so sorry that we've run out of time. I didn't want to. I never like to go past the 30-minute mark on a video. People tend to get bored anyway after about the first second. So, yeah. So rather than rush, make a mistake, I will leave that until next week. I will probably glue them before next week, and then we'll talk about, because we've got lots to do. Next week's video, I'm hopefully, if I can get these control, the pipes and the rods in and everything else, we can go for the electronics. There's not much more to do, to be honest with you, I don't think. The wings, you're saying, Chris, what about the wings? Yes, they're here, they're down there. I'm still working on them. I haven't made my my wheel cover yet and bits and pieces like that, but all these servos are in and everything else, so they're on the way. Now what I want to change, as you've seen in the thumbnail, you've seen the cockpit, which is something that I want to play around with. I know I just need to fly it and get it in the air, but this is being taken care of. This flying thing, I should be getting a fly. And my business partner and good friend Steve keeps saying to me, Chris, when are you going to fly? Well, I've been talking to someone, so stand by for that one, and you'll be surprised. Just waiting for some weather. Now, this is the lovely person you get in the kit. Now, it is great and everything. I think it's 3D printed or something. I don't know. Maybe, yeah. But it's just it fell out. It fell out anyway. His arse went there. He's either had an accident or he wasn't stuck. Now, all those professionals out there and everything else, can you tell me what scale he is so I can get him replaced with a nice pilot? If you know of somewhere which do nice pilots like this, or a better pilot that looks more sort of World War II, he looks like he should be in, I don't know, a spaceship maybe? I don't know. Bless his heart. But he's going to stay in here anyway. We'll sit him up there and he can watch all the episodes and everything else being made. So please leave in the comments if you know where I can get some, or how you measure the scale of the pilot, because last thing I want to do is get something that's going to be either too small or too large. But the yeah, I think we'd do something with the cockpit anyway. So yeah, it's getting there. It's a lovely build. I think, you know, next week we should get all the electronics in and bits and pieces that I want to do, and then finally put the wings on, give it a test, and then she'll be ready for her maiden. But she's a beautiful plane. If you love it, go and get it, and then you follow my mistakes, or don't follow my mistakes, and just get on. It is fantastic. It's lovely, lovely, lovely. Anyway, chip on my shoulder. I think I call him Chip. All right, Chip, how you doing, brother? So, anyway, so Chip is going to be called Chip, shall we? Yeah, chip on my shoulder. No, never mind. Yeah, if you can get flying out there, fantastic. Get out and do some flying. If you can't do any flying, then, you know, get inside and do some building like I am. I mean, our British weather's all over the place. Once again, thanks to all the subscribers and everyone that watches. I do appreciate it. I really, really do. And from all over the world as well, which is even better. Obviously, I'm looking at everyone's videos as well over the weekend. I enjoy looking at the planes flying as much as me playing with them and hopefully fly. So, but yeah, but that is a tail section on. I'm putting that as an on because it's all level, it's straight and it's glued. I just got to put these in, which hopefully won't be a huge accident. If it is, then I think what I'll do, I'll probably film it so then I can speed it up for next week's video, just so you can see me do it, just in case I make a big you know, hoo-ha. But anyway, if I could put him on here. Chip, sit there. No, he's floored, he's been drinking. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, and you enjoy yourselves now. See you later. Ta-da. Bye-bye. Chip!